G'day folks, Connor here from CW's Tech Reviews, back with another video. And today we're looking at the Kasa TP-Link KC200. So we're going to look at how you set it up to start with, and then we're going to look at how to install it. I installed this in my brick wall, so you're going to see how that process went for me. Probably some of you will do a better job, but this is how I did it and how you can do it as well. So firstly, thank you to TP-Link for sending this out to me to have a look at. Much appreciated from the gang over there. And like I just mentioned, this is going to be installed in a brick wall out the front of my house. If you are installing it into a timber wall or a gyprock wall, this will be a much easier process for you. And going outside, if you don't have an outdoor socket, then this is going to be a bit trickier. I don't have an outdoor socket, so that's why it's a little bit trickier and why I thought I would share this video with you. And you're going to need a number of tools to be able to complete this properly. You're going to need a screwdriver, a hammer, an electric drill, a regular drill bit, a masonry drill bit, a pencil, and a ladder. Now, none of those are included in the box. You will need your own tools for that. But the other things that I'm about to mention are in the box, and they are some cable clips, some screws, some masonry wall plugs, the Kasa app, a Kasa account, the KC200, a smartphone, and a Wi-Fi connection. So the first we're going to do is look at how we set this up on our Wi-Fi connection before we go and install it, and that's the best way to do this. So number one step for that is install the Kasa app on your smartphone, and the second step would be create an account. Once you've done that, you want to open the application, and in the top right hand corner you will see a plus sign. Click on the plus sign. Here you will see an option that says select device. You want to click on that. Then you want to select your camera and your model. Then you plug in your KC200. Then wait until you see the blinking orange and green LED light on the front of your camera. Once you do that, click the button that says green and orange blinking light. Then enable your location settings. Then you just connect to your Wi-Fi network, again following all the steps within the app. That's nice and simple. Choose your network, enter in your password for your network. Then name your device, and also make sure you enable the notifications for now. We can turn it off later, but right now it's going to be beneficial to enable the notifications. Then update the firmware if you are prompted to. Always update your firmware. Then the KC200 will appear in your list of available devices within the Kasa app. If it is not there or is there but cannot be accessed, just reboot your application, like swipe it away out of your cache and reopen it. And if that doesn't work, reboot your phone and it will work perfectly. Now that's the techie part. That's the part I'm good at. Next is the tradie part, which you know I could struggle with, but I got the job done. And here is how I did it. So work out where you want the camera installed. And for this, I did have it plugged in, so I could look at it on my phone and adjust it accordingly to what looked best as I was setting it up. Now, do you have access to a power socket from where you have chosen to set it up from? If not, you're going to need a couple of extra steps. If yes, then you can skip forward. So step 3 for me was working out how I was going to connect my electricity to the camera. And to do that, I had to drill a hole in my architraves. Now, you do this at your own risk. This is how I have chosen to do it, and this worked really well for me. So I did choose a spot up high in my architraves where I knew that rain and water couldn't get in. And it was out of the way, and I'll be able to patch it up at a later date if I do decide to move the camera somewhere else. But at this stage, the camera's staying where it is. Now, I only had a 1332 drill bit size to do this, so I actually had to drill a couple of holes on top of each other to be able to get the USB size connection to go through the hole from the outside to the inside of my house. That took about 5 minutes. I just had to use the ladder to get up nice and high. Remember, safety first. Make sure you have other people around to assist you if you can. Now, I did choose to put the camera about 1.7 meters above ground level. It was just easier for me. That way I get a better angle because I have a small area to capture the image. Then I get the rear mounting plate off the back of the camera and I place it where I want the camera to be mounted. There are 2 little guide holes in the back of the mounting plate. Then I use my pencil to mark on the bricks where I wanted to drill my holes. Important to make sure it is level. You don't want it on an angle like this because that's going to look weird later. So just make sure that you're doing this and it's nice and level. Then I use my size 9 masonry drill bit to drill the guide holes for my masonry clips. And this was nice and easy, but I did need to use the electric drill on hammer mode to be able to get into the masonry, and that worked fine. Put it on hammer mode, straight in, straight out. It took about 30 seconds to do each hole. Then I used a hammer just to tap in the masonry plugs. Then I got the mounting plate, held it in place, and then I just used a screwdriver to gently screw in the screws through the mounting plate guide holes into the masonry plugs that are in the brick wall. Then I just got the camera and clipped it back onto the mounting plate and twisted it into place. Bang. Set up exactly where I want it, nice and level, great view of the front door area, great view of the front driveway, and I can set it now so that anyone that comes into my driveway triggers the camera. Then I just drilled a couple of guide holes in the architraves around the window leading up to the hole that I drilled, just to secure the cable into place. Now be careful when you do this. My drill nearly rubbed on the cord and nearly ripped it up. So you do have to be careful. Make sure your cables are out of the way while you're drilling your guide holes. Then I just screwed in my cable clips with the cable inside it. And you can see here from the video that it is nice and neat and no real problems. Then I just did the same from the inside. Bang, all set up, nice and clean. Just a bit of a tidy up with the vacuum cleaner to get rid of the dust and dirt and everything that I created. And the camera is set up perfectly. And that is it. That is how you set it up. Now, I will be doing more videos in the future to show you how to get the most out of this and how to set up scenes and all different types of things so it's automated and you can have it, if someone triggers the camera, that the front light comes on. Or if the camera has someone coming in through the front door, the light comes on and the TV might come on. Whatever you want to do, you can set it up your way, and I'll be doing videos on how to achieve that as well. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to go back through the start of this video if it's not clear. Just watch what I did. Take your time. You don't need to mess it up or rush the job. Just take it nice and slow and you will be able to set this up easy peasy. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Checker!